walking in his light. As I walk through the quiet moments of my life, there are times when his words return to me like gentle light, guiding, correcting, comforting, and awakening my heart. In this journey, I remember the teachings and the miracles I witnessed with my own eyes. Moments when he spoke truth with authority, moments when he healed with compassion, and moments when his love revealed the heart of God. This is my testimony, a walk through the days when I followed the light of the world. John chapter 8, first-person reflective narrative. When the morning light touched the temple courts, I stood among the crowd as Jesus taught us with calm authority. The teachers of the law brought a woman before him, broken, ashamed, waiting for judgment. But instead of condemning her, he spoke words that pierced every heart. Let the one without sin cast the first stone. One by one, we felt the weight of our own faults, and quietly walked away. I saw mercy embodied before my eyes. Later that day, Jesus declared, "I am the light of the world." And I knew, his light was not for the perfect, but for all who walked in darkness seeking grace. John chapter 9, the man born blind. As we traveled, we saw a man blind from birth. Many wondered whose fault his suffering was. But Jesus told us his condition existed, so that the works of God might be revealed. He touched the man's eyes with gentle hands, sent him to wash, and for the first time in his life, the man saw the world. I witnessed not only physical sight restored, but spiritual blindness exposed. For some refused to believe what God had done before them. Yet the man who once begged in darkness stood fearlessly in the light, testifying of the one who healed him. John chapter 10, the Good Shepherd. On another day, Jesus spoke to us about the shepherd who knows each sheep by name. He said his sheep recognize his voice and follow him because they trust him. I felt those words settle deep within me. He called himself the Good Shepherd, the one who would lay down his life for his flock. In his voice, I found safety. In his presence, I found rest. He promised life, true, abundant life, and my soul longed for that promise. John chapter 11, the raising of Lazarus. We received the message that Lazarus, whom we loved, was ill. But Jesus waited, and by the time we arrived, Lazarus had already been in the tomb for days. Grief weighed heavily on everyone. Yet Jesus said, "I am the resurrection and the life." Then he called Lazarus by name, and life returned where death had settled. I stood trembling, overwhelmed. In that moment, I understood. His authority reached far beyond this world. John chapter 12, the anointing, the crowd, the hour. In Bethany, Mary anointed his feet with pure perfume, filling the house with fragrance. Some objected, but Jesus defended her, recognizing her act as love before his coming suffering. As we entered Jerusalem, crowds greeted him with palm branches, calling him their king. Yet Jesus spoke of his hour approaching, a moment of glory through sacrifice. His words carried both hope and sorrow, light and shadow intertwined. John chapter 13, the washing of feet. During supper, he rose from the table, wrapped a towel around his waist, and washed our feet one by one. The one we called Teacher and Lord stooped low in humility, teaching us what true greatness looks like. That night he also spoke of betrayal, and our hearts grew troubled. But he gave us a new command. Love one another as I have loved you. Those words have never left me. John chapter 14, comfort and promise. Seeing our fear, Jesus spoke words that brought comfort like warm light. Do not let your hearts be troubled. He promised a place prepared for us, and the coming of the Spirit, who would guide, teach, and remind us of his truth. He said he was the way, the truth, and the life. And in him, I found an anchor for my soul. Even as he prepared to leave, his peace remained with us, a peace the world could never give. Still walking in his light. As I look back on these moments, I realize how his presence shaped every step of my journey. He was the light that exposed darkness, the shepherd who called me by name, the life that overcame death, and the truth that set my heart free. Even now, I continue to walk in his light, carrying his words, his peace, and his love into the quiet places of my life. May his light guide you as it has guided me.